there, good afternoon. I'm here to show you how to use these little foot exercise and stretching devices that I have here. You can get these online for about $20 at otpt.com. Grab a set of these. I'm going to show you that you can do it on your rebounder or you can do it on the floor. When doing it on the rebounder, it takes the strain out of the floor and also you get a little bit more length. So what I want you to do is to come up to your rebounder or on the floor and place these underneath your heels. And I want you to stand up tall, relax, lift your ribs, and just lean side to side a little bit. And just let this stimulate the bone of the heels. And just rock back and forth. This is great to do it on the rebounder if you've got really tight feet or any foot issues going on. This way it takes the strain out of the floor and it softens the edge, okay? So now just put the weight into your heels and I want you to supinate and pronate. This is pronate in, supinate out. So pronation is when you bring your feet in a little bit and then open the arches. Good, so just a little bit. Nice, breathe in and breathe out. Now I'm just gonna take this a little wider for me because I'm long-legged. And I'm gonna stay in the heels, okay? And I'm just gonna press side to side. Walk on this press. Now I'm going to walk back a little bit. So I'm going into the in front of the heel, right around here, okay? And that's where you have the little purple foot exercisers. You're just going to press. You can adjust the body weight by either sinking back down into it or leaning it towards the ball of the foot. Now this is not going to feel as deep as doing this on the floor. I am going to go to the floor in a second to show you, but I want to do the feet up here first for those of you that have a rebounder. Because rebounding is my expertise as well as the myofascial release for the feet. I've been doing this for also over 21 years. Now I'm going to go back into the arch. Now my feet are larger than most people's, around size 10, most women I should say. So if this is uncomfortable, you can do one foot and then go to the other foot. And I'm just going to rock back and forth gently. Let me turn to the side so you can see it. See, it's right in the arch. So I'm pressing. See, as I step forward, my body lengthens. Lengthening technique is my trademark for over 25 years almost. Stretch. So if you're doing both, you have it in the arch, and you can lean forward and lean back. Or you can do one, then the other. It's gentle. Again, all of our stuff is gentle yet powerful, and that's the important part of letting the parasympathetic nervous system be in a relaxed state. As I call it, patting the cat. The cat purrs when it's comfortable. The nervous system relaxes when it's comfortable, when you're not in flight or fight. So now we want to go into the ball of the foot. This is very difficult for people sometimes. So again, do one foot and you can press in and then lean your body weight this way. Press in, keep a little bit of the supination on the outer line of the foot so you're not dropping the foot in. See, we want to lift. That aligns the leg better. I'm going to stay with the one foot. You can do both feet, and I'll tell you when to switch. This is just the alternative to doing both feet. And then switch and go into your other foot. This is the ball of the foot. This is just a small amount of things we can do, but this is the basic open up the foot pattern that I'm doing with you. I am going to go to the floor and do this next so that you can get that option as well if you don't have a rebounder. Okay. Now, you can take your toes and come down and spread them around the little purple guy and lift up and stretch those toes. Lift up and stretch those toes. Let me turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Lift up and stretch those toes. Make sure that you don't do this with pain. We don't want pain when we're stretching ever, okay? We want to do this gently. Now you can go a little bit more emphasis on the pinky line. So let me turn this way so you can see. So I'm lifting up and stretching. Relax. You don't overstretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now the big toe. So I'm going to bring this in. The big toe is going to go on. I'm going to take my toes off to the side, down to the side part. And I'm going to lift up. I'm going to press my hands back, squeeze my shoulder blades together, keep my pelvis in just take a little feel of how this, it might feel a little heady too because your feet are connected to the whole body, right? To the mastoid process and everything into the head. It releases tension. Think, we've got to take care of these feet. They're our little kind of our tires on our body that takes us around. Let's go to the other foot. Come down slowly. Take the little purple guy. Stretch your feet, your toes, and lift up. Stretch. Again, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Stretch. 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 Beautiful. Nice and easy. No pain. Good. Now go into the pinky line, so you're on the last two toes of the foot. Supinate outward, so you want to lift open. Lift. 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 Breathe in on the stretch. Notice which foot is a little bit tighter, because we're shoving our feet into these shoes, which your feet can't breathe. It's like you're smushing their face. You can't breathe. Think of it, I like to do that analogy because when people are like, oh, that's an awful suffocating feeling. Well, get emotional with your feet because that's what they're going through. Excellent. Now the big toe. Come down, put the big toe, stretch the other toes around, our little purple guy, and lift up and down. Lift up and down. You also can feel the connection up through the knee joint, through the hip joint, through the ribs, through the shoulders, through the neck. Breathe through your nose. Keep your mouth shut. And I say that with kindness. It's really important that you become a nasal breather. So many people breathe through their mouths and they're not getting that filtered air, which does not get the production of nitric oxide, which is such a magical molecule. Exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose slowly. Good. And just feel your feet. And the nice part about the rebounder is it's so gentle that you can just rock back and forth. Come on off and let's try this on the floor for those of you that don't have a rebounder. I'm going to flip the rebounder up, put it over to the side. So I'm going to come a little closer here. We're going to, actually I can't do that because you can't see me. Okay. You're going to put this into your heels. So start in the heels. Watch the foot placement. You don't want to drop in, you don't want to over supinate. So I like to start with the supination out and then drop center. And then let your weight go a little bit forward, then back into the little purple guys. Press back. Sink into the bone stimulation. Turn your feet out slightly. Side to side, shift your weight, lift the toes. You can do little plies, press. You can stay on one foot, stretch the other foot. There's so many different things you can do. Come back forward, and I want you to lift up that left foot. Lift up your sternum. The shoulders are down, hands back to keep those shoulder blades squeezed together to breathe. And switch, lift your right foot. Beautiful. Very nice job. Now we're going to walk back into the, just off the heel into the arch. Okay? See, right here. So this is the heel and right into that arch. You're not smack in the middle of the arch. Some of you might be. Again, if you have smaller feet, you're going to go through this a little quicker. If it's too much pain or discomfort, take one foot off. You can adjust how much weight by shifting your body gently into that, just into the arch kind of section of the foot. Okay, so do what works for you. It's really important that you listen to the alternatives here because you don't want to hurt yourself. There's no pain allowed in my room, in my classroom, or whenever I'm doing any kinds of events across the country. It's really important. So switch to your other foot if you're just doing one foot. And just gently rock. Slow. Pat the cat. I use that analogy because it's so true. The cat always purrs when you're nice to it. You suck it, it's going to react, and that's what we don't want to cause pain. I'm very animated when I try to teach because I want people know, little analogies here and there. Go, oh yeah. Silly's good. I'm very serious about my work, but I am not serious all the time. It's very important to be silly and to keep that child within you alive, especially now. Your immune system depends on that. Your immune system depends on humor. Your immune system depends on lightheartedness. It depends on you thinking from your heart, hearing from your heart. Step back now into the arch. Again, if this is too much, because my feet are up in the air, see my toes are up in the air, and some people don't have that bounce, you could use your rebounder and just hold on to it. Or you could, if you have a bar in your rebounder, you could use the bar, or you could use a high back chair in front of you or off to the side. And I want you just to rock side to side and get into that arch. You can even walk it and go in towards the inner part of the foot, so inside, and then go to the outer edge, so supinate, go to the outer edge of the arch. Feel which side is a little tight, no pain. You can adjust how much weight you put into this, and then back up into the ball of the foot. Excellent. So now you're in the ball of the foot. And I want you to scrunch your toes, lift them up and down. Again, hold on if you need to, or just tap. This lengthening technique is about just tapping something. Takes the edge off. Lift your toes. Lift your toes. Good. Now walk back. You're still in the ball of the foot. Lift up onto your left foot. Stretch. Lift up onto the right foot. You don't have to turn to the side. I'm just doing this to show you where I am. And come down. Now we're going to back all the way up, and the toes are here. You can do this a lot slower, which I would recommend. I'm just showing you the little quick methodology of stretching your toes. I like to put the big toe right here and stretch all the other toes around it, and then lift gently, stretch, breathe. Through your nose, out your mouth. Good, switch. Press up, stretch. Notice which foot's a little tighter. It's important to feel when you're doing these kinds of things with your body. Breathe. And down. One more time. Breathe. And come off. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And just take a little walk around and feel your feet. They might take a second to adjust to the floor. But that's just a basic program using our little purple guys. If you need any personalized one-on-one work, I can do that too. There's a whole bunch of different exercises to utilize and stimulate the bones of the feet and create space in the fascia and between the joints. Thanks for watching. Subscribe below, and I've got much more to teach you and help you with, so feel free to call 508-835-8875. This is my 41st year teaching, and I have a lot of tools in the toolkit, so to speak, to help you with anything that you need. And I also would love to do a Zoom one-on-one with you. I'm going to add another video with using a ball to release the fascia and the hamstrings and up your back. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and have a blessed day. Remember, there are no mistakes.